Good afternoon, you guys. Happy Tuesday today because we missed Monday. It was a holiday, Labor Day. I almost filmed a video yesterday, but then I decided I will wait till Tuesday and give it to you then, and it will be like a bonus. So today we are talking about auditing your circle, constantly auditing the circle, auditing the people around you. This topic, my buddy Gary V, we're buddies, he says that all the time. You need to audit your circle, who you spend the most time with. And so the thought, I've talked about this before, but today I'm specifically going to talk about it and kind of give you some thoughts on it in terms of looking at what is going really well. Like a lot of you, it works both ways, right? It works when like we're not feeling great and things aren't going well. But then on the flip side, it can also work when things are going really well and positive. Like, have any of you had an experience where all of a sudden your kids are doing really well in school, right? They're doing really well where before, like months before, they were having a hard time, or maybe the year before they were having a hard time and just struggling and had some stress and anxiety and just wasn't going well, right? And then all of a sudden the next year, it's like really great. Oftentimes, there's a lot of different things that can factor into that, but oftentimes, how many times do you think that might be the people they're around, the kids they're hanging out with, and also their teacher, right? Who they're spending the most time with. So we as adults can do the same thing, right? All of a sudden you're like, God, things are going really well, right? I'm feeling good. I've had a really good year. We've had a really good year. You could be talking to your spouse, you could be talking to your friend and be like, man, like I feel good, I'm happy, take a minute and like sit in that for a minute. And then you kind of think about, well, what's different, right? And oftentimes we go to like the big stuff, right? Well, my work isn't as stressful, or the schedule's great, the kids are doing good, right? We name all these like outside factors, but oftentimes, I bet that if you thought about who you were around, that I wonder if some of you who are having a really, really positive time, right, and everything's going good, I wonder how many of you have kind of switched up some of those people that are in your circle. Or maybe like you're still friends with somebody, but they were like super Debbie Downer and negative, and you've just by coincidence, or maybe you didn't even realize, right? Or maybe you did realize and you were like, I'm just not going to do very much with them. You haven't spent that much time with them, right? And then all of a sudden, like, you're like, wait a minute, I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I bet it does. Hey, on the other side of that, hey, I know some people, especially these last few months, I have a few people in my life who have been going through some really tough stuff, right? And I kind of wonder that if they stopped and thought, hey, just like we're talking about here, stopped and thought, I wonder if anything's changed this year in terms of who they spend the majority of their time with. Hey, has that changed? And that's what I want you to think of kind of going through this week of where you're at, like feel out self-awareness, right? Feel out where you're at mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and look at who you've been spending the most time with. Is it the same as it was the year before? Is it different? What's going on with that? So take a look at that, become more self-aware of that, and see if maybe there's a correlation, because I think there might be. All right, you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next week, maybe sooner. We might do a bonus video this week since we're in week 3. All right, talk to you later.